Session 24 of Unit 2 of Taxation of 5th Sem BBA of Mangalore University. Under this session, we shall see the computation of tax of an individual in the case when there is agricultural income. So here first we shall take the total income, that is computed by adding all the 5 heads of income where we get the gross total income. From the gross total income we deduct deductions under section 80 and the balance amount is total income. Now for this total income we have to add agricultural income. Though agricultural income comes under income from other sources, it is exempt from tax, but here we are adding this amount to the total income and we get aggregate income. Now on this aggregate income we have to compute the tax. So first, tax on income liable at special rates. So if there is any casual income, we can charge at the rate of 30%. Then short-term capital gain under section 111A at the rate of 15%. Then on the long-term capital gain based on the circumstances, we can have 10% or 20%. So after providing for these items, then we have to see the balance amount from the aggregate income. If you deduct these casual income, short-term capital gain and long-term capital gain, you get the balance of income. Now on the balance of income, we shall provide tax at the normal rates. On first 2,50,000, it is nil. On next 2,50,000 at the rate of 5%. On next 5 lakh at the rate of 20%. On the balance of income at the rate of 30%. Similarly, here we should remember, if the person is a senior citizen, that is above 60 years of age but less than 80 years, then instead of this 2,50,000, it is 3 lakh rupees, it is nil. On next 2 lakh rupees, it is at the rate of 5% and rest remains the same. In case of super senior citizen, that is aged above 80 years, here we are considering on the first 5 lakh rupees the tax is nil, and then next 5 lakh it is 20%, on balance it is 30%. Now after computing the tax like this, we have to add, this is the total tax. From the total tax we have to deduct less tax on agricultural income. Tax on agricultural income and the first 2,50,000 which is nil. So tax on agricultural income, if any, you compute at the rate of 5% or depending upon the circumstances. So you deduct the tax on agricultural income and then on the balance, if the total income exceeds rupees 50 lakh, then provide surcharge. If the total income is less than 5 lakh, then provide less rebate. So after that, on the balance of tax, total tax, you have to provide health and education cess on the total tax at the rate of 4%. So there you get the gross tax. And from the gross tax, if any tax is deducted at source or advance tax is paid, then you can deduct it and thereby you get the net tax payable. And you can round off the amount to the nearest rupees 10. So this is the procedure in case when agricultural income is given in the problem. So let us solve a problem here. Compute taxable income and tax liability of Mr. Porter for the assessment year 2020-21. Salary income, it is computed 3 lakh. Rent from house property 60,000. It's not given as computed, therefore from the annual value we have to deduct deductions. Interest on bank deposits after deduction of tax at source, it is 10,800, so we have to gross up this amount. Income from horse race 20,000, this is casual income. Agricultural income 20,000, so we have to note down this is exempt from tax. Long-term capital loss is 25,000. Short-term capital gain is 24,000. Interest on Kisan Vikas Patra 5,000. Then life insurance premium is it is paid from agriculture income, it is 10,000. Now let us see the computation of taxable income for the assessment year 2021. First we shall take income from salary as it is computed. We shall take the amount as it is 3 lakh. Income from house property. So from the gross annual value which is 60,000, less 30% of annual value. So 30% of 60,000 comes to 18,000. Therefore, income from house property is 42,000. There is no income from business in this problem, so it is nil. Next, we are going to the capital gain. Short-term capital gain of 24,000. Income from other sources. I think in this problem, there is long-term capital loss. This long-term capital loss will be carried forward to the next assessment year. It cannot be set off in this assessment year. So there is only short-term capital gain. Short-term capital gain 24,000. Next is income from other sources. Interest on bank deposits, which we have to gross up. 10,800 into 100 by 90, it comes to 12,000. This is the gross amount. Income from horse race 20,000. Interest on Kisan Vikas Patra 5,000. So income from other sources comes to 37,000. If you add these 5 heads of income, you get gross total income of 4,03,000. Now provide deductions under section 80. There is only one deduction, that is section 80C from life insurance premium 10,000. If you deduct this, you will get the total income 3,93,000. So total income is 3,93,000. Now add agricultural income, which is 20,000. So aggregate income comes to 4,13,000. Now as this total income is less than 5 lakh rupees, we can provide rebate under section 87. Now let us see the computation of tax liability. So first we are providing, irrespective of the total income, tax on horse race at the rate of 30%. It is 20,000 rupees. At the rate of 30% comes to 6,000. Now on the balance, that is 4,13,000 minus 20,000, it is 3,93,000. So on this 3,93,000, on first 2,50,000, the tax is nil. And then on balance 1,43,000 at the rate of 5%, it comes to 7,150. So the total tax is 13,150. And here we are providing for agricultural income, less tax on agricultural income. Agricultural income was 20,000. At the rate of 5%, it comes to 1,000. So you can deduct it here, and the total gross tax is 12,150. And for this 12,150, as the total income is less than 5 lakh, we can provide rebate, less rebate under section 87A. Maximum amount is 12,500, but the total income, but the tax computed is 12,150. Therefore, the entire tax amount gets the rebate of 12,150. Therefore, there is no tax liability.